Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So since last time, I've been working on Blue Mage, on job points and ambuscade, and I got a full set of Ayanmo plus 1 ambuscade gear for Blue Mage. That's like, I think by today's standards, it's considered below entry, like one tier below entry level for in-game for current day Final Fantasy XI. But for me, it's like, whoa, this is ridiculously good shit. And I haven't even really stuck my nose into ambuscade them more deeply. I've got about 66 job points on Blue Mage so far. But I figured, you know what? There's some stuff we didn't get done before from earlier in the game that we need for other jobs like Summoner. So let's get this cutscene. There he is! Just the person we were hoping to meet. Is the Empress talking to us through her dolls again, or is it the dolls themselves? We find ourselves in quite the pickle, and your peerless problem-solving skills figured to be just what the Puppet Master ordered. It's the Empress, you see. She just hasn't been herself these days. Oh, she puts on a cheerful face for her people, of course, but there's no fooling old friends. Why, she spends every spare moment cooped up in her library, tearing through tome after tome like a starved bookworm. She's always been the studious type, but whatever could it be that she researches with such zeal? It concerned us enough that we took it upon ourselves to do a little research of our own, and... You won't believe what we found, Calmwind. Why, she means to obtain none other than a talisman of the rebel gods. No, not a talisman of the rebel gods! Yes, indubitably, undeniably, a talisman of the rebel gods. I could hardly believe it myself. Do you two have any idea what you're talking about? Perhaps I should explain. But first you must promise us that not a word of this conversation will leave this room. According to Imperial law, these talismans are considered contraband of the highest order. Why, even the mere possession of one could be punished by imprisonment, exile, even death. But why would our Empress stain her dainty little hands in search of such a scandalous artifact? That's the question, isn't it? Books of lore describe it as a piece of the most peerless craftsmanship, bearing 2 exquisitely engraved seals. On the front, that of a crowned dolphin, behind a Stygian warrior atop a steed blacker than night. The emblem of the kingdom of Ephraimad, and the Dark Rider Odin. 2 images whose significance would not be lost on anyone in the Empire. That Neshmira pursues this talisman so fervently makes it clear that it is a matter of utmost import to her, and so we turn to you. Calmwind, could you track down one of these talismans of the rebel gods, and aid the Empress in her quest? It's as good as done, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, you knew you could count on me, you bitch. We'll be waiting for you with bells on. Okay, whatever. Anywho. Now, in order to get one of these talismans, the game doesn't really tell you what to do, per se. In fact, I don't even know if there's a place for you to get hints about it. But I do know what to do, because I did it a long time ago on my main character. And what this quest is for is actually for Odin Prime and getting the Odin summon for Summoner, which can only be used while under Astral Flow. It's supposed to instantly kill things, as Odin is wont to do. But what it winds up doing is, I think it actually just winds up dealing maximum damage, 99,999. And I think a lot of stuff these days resists it. Because they can't ever let Odin be good. That's like a Final Fantasy staple. It's just like, if your Odin summon is good, then like, you're probably playing, I don't know, Final Fantasy 3 on the NES or Famicom or whatever. But even then, in that game, Bahamut and Leviathan are way better, so. Uh-oh. What do you mean you can't find them? Okay. A bounty of 10 Imperial gold pieces on Calmwind's hide do the trick, I'd wager. Your timing is... You always have the most remarkable timing. Insubordination, insolent, bumbling, blundering, cross-eyed, pudding-brained, troll-faced, loud. Why does she always have to make it so personal? What I'm saying is, you've been summoned to the Imperial Palace. The Empress only knows what they want with your sorry self. There's an order's an order. Okay. Her little friend, her mace, whatever. So this is actually for a different quest, although it's in the same vein as what we're doing with Odin. And this one is for Alexander Prime, which is the far more useful of the two summons. But they both can only be used while under astral flow. And, but Alexander, of course, it, instead of giving you an instant killing attack, it gives you perfect defense, which can be applied to, I think, a whole alliance. Might be one party at a time. I don't fully remember. Either way, it's basically near invulnerability. It's like 90% damage taken reduction. And was like the way to go for zerging ridiculous things. That's how I beat Absolute Virtue back in the day. Pandemonium Warden too, before eye level. They didn't even make us take our weapons off. Calm Wind, we're so pleased you came to see us. Our thoughts must have been carried upon the wind. We were discussing Minajing and Avshang about the best way to contact you. Well, clearly they could just come talk to me in Walvra Temple. As Empress Nashmira II, our days have been filled with audiences and our nights with formal banquets, leaving precious little time unoccupied. When we grow weary from the day's flurry of activity, we turn to the memories we shared together for comfort. We met people from all walks of life, taking in their thoughts and feelings as our own. These pure emotions form the foundation from which we have laid roots and begun to flourish once more. Yet even the most sturdy tree occasionally bears sour fruit. In such times we cannot help but feel pangs of regret. Perhaps if we had continued our adventures, we would be able to host festivals and jubilees like the emperors of old. And this is where the trust initiative comes. Ah, motherfucker, is this for the... This is for trusts? Dear God, I thought it was going to be for the thing that we were doing. Asked by Juno to help test it, huh? Well, since this is all about alter egos now, I'm not going to read any more about it. Perhaps one day we can find a way to transfer the alter ego's experiences back to Nashmira. Huh. Sure, let's do it. You sure did, darling. You sure did. Okay, now, what we really came for, please. Calm Wind, you honor us with your presence. Forgive us if we dispense with the pleasantries. We have summoned you today to discuss a matter of utmost importance. Master Gatsad, if you would. Calmwind, I trust you remember the Iron Colossus? The Iron Coetzits? Nah, do I ever? It shot laser beams, man. Yes, the events of that day are burned into my memory as well. In that case, let us delve straight into the heart of the matter. After the dust settled, we sealed the chamber, my research team monitoring the remains closely to ensure that such a calamity could never again befall the Empire. All was in order until recently. A spatial distortion, an astral gate as the Winderstian ambassador put it. The fluctuations are so subtle as to be almost undetectable, but something is clearly amiss. An unidentified energy source pushing against the gate from beyond as if some extra-dimensional being is straining to cross over into our world. I'm sure you can form a hypothesis as well as I, Calm Wind. Yes, I speak of the god who descended into the Colossus that day. Alexander. We have yet to objectively verify this, but there can be no other explanation. Even now, the Colossus remains a divine vessel, and thus a significant danger. Perhaps you are aware, but this is not the only spatial distortion within Imperial territory. A similar phenomenon exists at Haushalm, where my team and I work tirelessly to develop a means to seal it permanently. As a scientist, it pains me to admit this, but our technology has proven too primitive, our knowledge too limited for the task. Still, one thing is clear. We must address the situation, and without delay. Godsod assures me that leaving the distortion untouched would have only one result. We will not inflict the suffering of that day upon our people anew. And so it is that we have made our decision. We shall repair the Colossus and bring it to life ourselves. But do not be startled. Allow me to explain. Our observations confirm that the distortion is still in the early stages of development. Even if the extra-dimensional force were to interfere at this stage, its powers would be considerably limited. If we act quickly, we can counteract the disturbance from this side. We take a minor risk now to avert certain disaster later. Can't you just take it apart? Needless to say, no plan is foolproof. This is where you come in, Calm Wind. We would entrust you with the deactivation of the Colossus. From your efforts last time, I'd say you're more than up to the task. Furthermore, as a show of faith to the nations of the Middle Lands, we intend to conduct the entire operation under their strict supervision. Hey, they're reusing cutscenes from when we fought it during the storyline. Still don't understand why you can't just take it apart. Past events being as they are, it is our responsibility to assure our friends that we mean them no harm. Calm Wind, I would ask you to be my envoy. My honor to serve. Thank you, Calm Wind. Once again, you prove a true friend to the Empire. Godsod, please. I've drafted a missive to the four nations explaining in detail the predicament we face and our proposed solution. It should be sufficient to convince our allies of the urgency of our cause. You must deliver it to Juno with all speed. We are in your debt, Calm Wind. Okay, so now we gotta go run around and get a bunch of letters and probably more cutscenes. And then the plumbago I got a gajillion years ago is also going to be something we need. But the thing is I think I threw away the plumbago that I got a while ago, so we might have to farm some or buy some off the auction house or something. Which kind of sucks, but oh well, it's my fault for my fault. Although I suppose I can check, see if I somehow still have the plumbago, because I thought I just like threw it into one of my safes and was like, I know I need this for later. Plutons, dustclip stones. Nope. Just looking like I got rid of that plumbago. If it's not in my stacker case, I definitely got rid of it, because bone charcoal. Nope. I got rid of it, alright. Sad panda. It's okay though, it's not too hard to farm. We only need 3 slabs of it. Calm wind, what brings you to the Duchy wearing such a grave expression? I see. Needless to say, it is beyond my station to render a decision on affairs of state. Wait here, I will consult with my superiors. Come on, dude, I've talked to the Armathren Society like 8 billion times. I killed the Archduke myself. Let me talk to him. Uh-huh. Formal deliberations, huh? Mm-hmm. Make for the 3 nations. Yep, I'm gonna teleport straight to him, alright. Let's see. So we gotta go talk to Halver and Chateau d'Orgueil, Iron Eater in the Metalworks, Kupipi and Heaven's Tower. Ah, let's get Heaven's Tower out of the way first, because Jesus fucking Christ, I hate Windurst. But, let's see that. It's Windurst walls, right? Yeah. I don't actually like full on hate Windurst, but you know how I feel. I don't like the Star Stipple. She shouldn't be leading Windurst. Especially now that it's been revealed that like, 1, she doesn't have the gift of prophecy anymore, and 2, you know, like, all the prophecies and like the entire history she's told all the Tartaru is like a total fucking lie. They were led here by the Kulu, not the Star Stipple, all those ages ago. I should put the 5 ministries completely in charge and have like a council. Yeah, I figured I'd record this instead of trying to wait to record again, because like I'm focused on grinding, right? Capacity points, and it's actually getting faster now that I've got ambuscade armor, and you know, was given some tips by some of y'all. I do appreciate those, by the way, in the comments. I'm learning more and more about the current Final Fantasy XI, and okay, she's gonna take our message. But yeah, so I just want to get to 100 job points before I try Provenance Watcher again, because that'll let me actually have decent swords. There's auction house buyable swords that are actually really good. You need a certain amount of job points in order to wield them, because they have the superior gear tag. And there's other better weapons we could also get from other things, including ambuscade. I just haven't figured that out yet, / gotten them yet. Either way, this is stuff I gotta show off anyway. And, oh god, I hate you, Star Stipple. Yep, the terrifying power of the Colossus. Yeah, the light of the heavens guide you. I'm gonna fucking donkey punch you, you damn midget. Midget dictator. Fucking. Also, you might wonder why we're on Warrior since last time I was on Blue Mage, and Blue Mage is the job I'm working on. It's because for the Rider Cometh, which is the quest for Odin Prime, if we're on Blue Mage, the NPC we have to deal with won't deal with us because they see us as an immortal. And, I don't remember if it causes a game day wait or if it is something else similar to that. Either way, we might as well just be on Warrior. I haven't leveled any other job to 99 yet. Disappointing, I know. But, you know, if I don't have time to do the capacity points to 100, job points, then I don't have time to level other things either. That's partially just how much I've been having to go to work. It's partially what shifts I'm having to work. Because if I have a AM shift, when I get off in the evening, my fiance wants all my time until bedtime. And then usually I have a morning shift the next day, so I can't stay up super late to record, or haven't felt like pressing the less sleep button. And I've been playing other games while at work, because I can get away with like playing like an emulated NES game. That's what like the 4 Red Mage video was about. I was like in this Discord talking about Final Fantasy 3 nonstop with this one other guy who's named like Ketchup Leveler like 482 or something. He's a pretty cool guy. Yep, I'm here to get your approval to beat up a robot. Okay. But yeah, I haven't even like I've got 2 Wild Arms recordings still on the back burner that I just haven't pressed upload on. That I did before work got really busy. We got QA coming up this weekend, and I gotta like be semi-serious. Yep. Empire is sus, and Treon is proud, and blah 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 blah. I'd care more about this. It's just like, I don't know, like it's the same old, we know these characters already. It's the same old story. How can we trust the Empire? Of course we can trust the Empire. I'd stake my knightly honor on it. Don't make me cockslap you, however. I might read through the Bastok ones to highlight my favoritism. Yeah, I figure, I can do this recording. It's like, I never grab these primes. We can also run and get Diabolos Prime, which I think I already did the preliminary quest setup for. We couldn't do these at the 75 cap by ourselves, because you're not allowed to use Trust to fight them. And they're all quite a bit more powerful than Fenrir, so... And also cannot be kited like Fenrir. So they were made with kiting in mind. The disturbance is Comlin's big fat dick, Lucius. That will do. Yeah. The Colossus has the power to bring down an airship as easily as a musketeer would fell a pigeon. We may have escaped without casualties once, but there's no guarantee we'd be so fortunate a second time. Bastok declines the Empire's request. Take your document and be off with you. Mr. President! You sent me to the Empire to observe Nashmiria's coronation. Now hear me when I say I saw no deception in her eyes. I saw one pure of heart, one who, despite her tender years, is possessed with the strength and conviction to unite a nation. A tender, beloved, and trusted by her people. A leader who now earnestly seeks our aid. If we refuse, would we not risk alienating one who might prove to be a steadfast ally? Lucius is like, oh, Volker says so. You sure as hell do stand in the company of reckless fools. But we're the reckless fools that got you through shit. And killed the Shadow Lord again. And all that other shit that I've done for Bastok, you son of a bitch. So now it's back to Juno. Seeing more people around these days. Still thinking about moving my character to Bahamut. I might be able to make friends with more folks there because Odin is largely Japanese. And I kind of hate to say it, but like, you know, I don't speak Japanese. I've made the one friend, but I haven't heard from him in quite a while. Ever since I helped him with a couple of Dynamis runs. And I got Crucent, but he like fucked off to Ragnarok to grab a an Aeonic clear run with one of the Final Fantasy XI streamers on Twitch. So some people from the auction house site, they actually stream on Twitch regularly. And one of them, like, from what I've heard, he keeps streaming with mods and third-party tools going, and so he keeps getting characters banned. But like, part of long-time old salt Final Fantasy XI is like these dudes, they're all in like their 40s now, or some of them are even in their early 50s. They're older because, you know, they were like in their mid-late 20s when this game first came out. And it's been, you know, 21 years. And they let's see if we can buy the Plumbago. We might be able to. We might have to go farm it though. Should be under materials and smithing. I can't believe, like, we didn't use it for the whole story and I threw it away. I thought it was for the storyline. It was for this. It was for this. But yeah, my buddy Crucent, who helped me get my defending ring and helped me get all that stuff earlier. Ooh, exactly 3? Yeah, I don't mind paying 30k for skipping the farming. Yeah, he moved servers to Ragnarok, and like he can't move back for a month or something. And he's offered to help me with some higher tier Unity monsters that drop some really good I-119 weapons and also armor. But I think like I'm hitting the part in the Let's Play where like the actual gameplay is starting to somewhat get away from me. Like, there's a new ambuscade every month, but I don't think that would be constructive to be like, you know, in a Let's Play format, to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep adding to the Let's Play every time the month changes. And then like some of the in-game events, they have storylines, sort of, but like they're not like the, you know, the main storyline. So like, I don't know exactly how much to care about showing off certain things. But I could also, if I moved servers to Bahamut, my brother's character's there, and he's not playing like a lot right now, but he's got like a Kraken Club Ranger with the Gastrofrates. He's got a lot of shit. Smashing work. Never doubted you for a moment. Get sad if you would brief comment on where we stand. Of course, Your Majesty. Thanks to your quick action, the distortion remains fairly stable. We should not encounter significant interference. There is, however, one lingering concern: finding a suitable power source. Using one of our prototype candescences, I fear, would be far too risky. Fortunately, there is another option: a lightning cell. A lightning cell? Whatever is that? In layman's terms, it is a receptacle of sorts capable of storing and releasing the power of lightning. It is a device of yesteryear, and therein lies the rub. Not a single engineer in the Empire today possesses this knowledge to build one. Is it basically a battery? Sounds like a battery. And so it is that we call upon your services again, Calmwind. There is one who commands the knowledge that has been lost to us, the mad moblin scientist Megomac. Perhaps you've heard of him? Needless to say, it would be out of the question for an official representative of the Empire to consort with the Beastmen. Instead, we turn to you, our most loyal and capable mercenary. Megomac is as arrogant as they come, and it is unlikely that he'll cooperate with us readily. That's why I've taken the liberty of preparing a bit of extra incentive. I shall proceed to Nizal Isle to raid the Colossus for activation. Meet me there once you've procured the lightning cell. Do be careful, Comland. We know you won't let us down. You're damn right I won't let you down. Present for Megomac. Let's see what that's all about, shall we? A box rod of solid bronze, nondescript save for the embossed caduceus that graces its lid. A sturdy lock prevents you from ascertaining its contents, though Gatside claims it will serve you well in your negotiations with the Moblin Megomac. Okay, so now we gotta go to the Acid Eden door in Mount Xylem at I-9. The door is past the gates of Halvung near Halvung staging point, not the other one. Requires a cast metal plate to open the gates. Okay, we've got the cast metal plate. I'm not sure where this Acid Eden door is, but I guess we'll take the staging point then. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, the direction of the Let's Play. Alright, like, the Let's Play is not ever really going to cover the end-to-end game. Like, I'm going to show off, you know, like, ways to get power, and I'm going to try to show off, you know, each event once. And if the events have, like, a big story around them, then I'll probably, you know, like Abyssia, right? Like, if it's at least Abyssia level, then I'll try to show it off. But, like, some things are really are just going to fall to the wayside. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to show off, or really care to show off, stuff like Eco Warrior and Legion. You know, there's a few other things like that. Like, there's no interest in doing them because no one wants to do them that plays. And not only that, you know, they just don't give any rewards that are worthwhile. But I will, like, right now we're still in power collection phase. Like, we're collecting powers. You know, these aren't necessarily important to collect. It's just they have story. They're connected to storylines, right? Major storylines. There's another one we can get from Kate Sid, but I think we have to advance Rhapsodies of Vana'diel first. Okay, so it said I-9, right? So that's like all the way down there in the troll sector. I wonder if Cerberus is up. Guess we'll find out. I don't think it is. Acid Eaten Door. Yeah, if Cerberus would up, it would be right down there. I think people will come in and kill it for its meat. Make smoldering Salisburies and hell steaks with. Yes? What's a puny little wretch like you doing in a dangerous place like this? Actually, well, that's... what kind of accent should we give him? The lightning cell, you say? Wahahaha, someone's got a nose for retro junk, I see. Mayhap your uncle was a moblin, no? Anyway, you can forget it. Those things aren't easy to make, and even if they were, why should Megomac do any favors for the likes of you? Now get out of here before I use you as troll feed. We seem to have a misunderstanding. I said, get lost, not show me your junk collection. Wait just a mobby minute. Do you have any idea what this is? Consider it your lucky day. Megomac the Magnificent, Genius of Geniuses, will deign to honor your request. After you show due appreciation for my boundless generosity by employing your meager talents to fetch what I require, that is. 3 slabs of plumbago. That should do the trick. Hook me up with the goods, and I'll know that you're worthy of my talents. Get killed in the process, and that's one less adventure distracting me from more profitable endeavors. Either way, Megomac wins. You can tell whoever sent you that I'll be keeping your little gift. Consider it a down payment. In return, you can have this shopping list. Here, catch. Now that was a sorry display. Doesn't bode well for your chances, I'd say. So long, I won't be expecting you back. 10 key item, Megomac's shopping list. Megomac's shopping list, where are you? It's gotta be a temporary key item, right? Is it permanent? Let's see. It's permanent key item? A grimy, tattered piece of paper upon which plumbago 3 slabs has been hastily jotted down in near illegible scrawl. Wow, it's weird that that's a permanent key item, but hey, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. Well, look who's back, and in One Piece 2, Colorful Megomac surprise. Well, a genius such as I has far more pressing pursuits, but a promise is a promise. Voila, go on, admire the craftsmanship. No one makes lightning cells like Megomac, that's for certain. That means you can only use it once, so you better make it count. I don't know what you're going to use it for, and I don't want to know, but remember this. As potent a charge as this baby can carry, it exhausts its energy just as quickly. And it's all yours. Transaction complete. No replacements, no refunds. In other words, don't even think of running back to me if it blows up in your face. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some real work to do. Don't fret, my dearest Kimmy. Daddy's on his way. Now that's got to be a temporary key item, right? A chain of rusty metallic receptacles haphazardly strung together with mottled wire. If Megomac speaks true, its underwhelming appearance belies the capability to store and discharge copious amounts of energy. So what? It's like a bunch of batteries strung together with copper wire? Now I want to look up older battery types. It's kind of funny. Every submarine has a battery well, because they have to have battery backups even though they're nuclear powered. If the reactor has to be shut down either due to damage or due to maintenance or due to damage in like the nuclear reactors, you know, they heat up, but on a basic level they heat up metal, their fuel, the uranium or the plutonium, really hot. It boils water. Water goes through a bunch of pipes in a hydraulics, is that the word I'm looking for? Hydraulic system. It's a high pressure water system and steam system. Makes steam. Steam hits the turbine. Turbine does the thing. But the thing is the water that cools the reactor more or less, but also is heated by the reactor, you know, it's contaminated by radioactivity, and so that water has to go into another loop that heats water that's in a clean loop, and if there's damage between the loops, you have to shut the reactor down because you can't blow contaminated steam out the back of the, you know, onto the turbine. It'll get into the spaces of the people. Everyone will get radioactive contamination, etc., etc. But you have this huge battery well as a backup power source to run the submarine if the need should arise, and it can run the backup motor that'll turn the emergency propulsion, the emergency propeller, so that the sub doesn't go dead in the water. And like the battery well, it just has a ton of these rectangular batteries, just, you know, wall to wall, line to line, and you have to check them all up and stuff. Oh, okay, I think we gotta go to Nizal now for this. I think we should be able to just handle it on item level warrior, no problem. I don't think we'll get blasted very hard. I could be wrong, but if we do wind up dying, or getting close to dying, I think my Twilight Mail set is in one of my sacks or case. I'll just whip that out and put that on, and we'll zombie it to death. I don't feel like switching jobs. So we're on Warrior for the Odin one, but the Alexander one just has, you know, all these cutscenes. The Odin one is much more, I don't want to say freeform, but it's like you have to go farm an item, a rare exclusive item from Aphrodite Shades in Cadaver Mire. And then you got to take that to a Kikiern in Nashmau, and then he'll tell you if it's a Talisman of the Rebel Gods or not. And if it is, you get the key item. And if it's not, sneezed. If it's not, you have to go farm it again. So I figured, let's do something that's guaranteed. Are we late if we were the one that was entrusted with the most important task? Also, Wiseman wonders how Gatzed knows what a lightning cell is, and he's old, and he knows that Megomac can make them, but he's never, like, wondered about how to make them himself. I hate springtime. The sheer amount of pollen in the air, along with all the other shit that people do, like burn plastic in their backyard and shit, really gets to you. When the lightning cell is activated, you must resist the extra-dimensional intruder with all your might. Even a weakened Colossus is a strictly controlled environment will not go down easily. All the spies are here for some reason. Oh, I guess, yeah. They're here to see... Oh, and there's that guy, Trevilace. Trevilace? Yeah, I'm gonna say Trevilace. Sure would be nice if they'd help me, though. They're all capable combatants. Man, he sounds like a person on Twitter. Twitter personality. Moonchan. Yeah, Yeah, that Kadja sword is like the third or fourth iteration of the ambuscade sword. I don't know how to make it exactly, but we definitely want to try to get one of those. It's basically a relic weapon or a mythic weapon in disguise. It does so much good shit to Savage Blade and as a really good sword. But I'll have to look up that process. It's pretty involved, and eventually you need a pulse weapon from Void Watch or something. It's crazy, even with 200 episodes, we still, it still feels like there's just like an entire mountain to climb that I could show you. FF11 is deep. 15 minutes. The lightning cell begins to crackle and emit sparks. Alexander. Hey me. How you doing? I'm gonna whoop my own ass. It's gonna be great. I'm just using all these skills now, because... Because why not? Oh, he moves? Fucking weird. Oh, he interrupted his casting. We hit so hard because of item level, can actually interrupt his casting. It's amazing. Now, this is about the perfect size for a giant boss with this game's camera focus, if you ask me. He did 5 damage. Item level is a hell of a drug. Yeah, we did it all right. I still don't understand why we needed to do it. Okay, apparently it closed the spatial variants. Your Majesty, I'm getting unidentified vital signals from within the Colossus. Could it be? Oh, Rabana's jumping up in there. Bitch, you lived? But Lord Rosvad. Was he alive all this time? Obtain Keanu Whisper of Radiance. You can sense its presence, but it cannot be seen. Dun dun dun. Of course, we've got to get a cutscene, and then we've got to talk to Natchez Salahim, and then we'll be able to get our reward from the Whisper. These fights actually, back at the 75 cap when they came out, they dropped some really desirable accessories and things. I used to do these multiple times with people back in the day. Although I'm pretty sure they came out closer to the level 80 cap than to the level 75 era. They were pretty late additions. Aw, she crying. Telling us we're the true guardian of the Empire. As for Lord Rosvad, he rests now in his chambers, weakened yet stable. He will survive. Man, blue mages really are built different. It's almost inconceivable, stranded as he was for so long beyond the distortion and the astral plane, you people call it. The bleak wind that gusts there is a poison to us. Any period of extended exposure is scientifically proven to be fatal. And yet Lord Rosvad has returned alive. Can you hypothesize as to why, Calm Wind? The azure blood that flows within his veins, the blood of beasts that robbed him of a throne, the blood he so despises. In the end, this blood was his salvation. It would seem fate has a sense of irony. But I have rambled on long enough. In any event, the fee for your services has been paid in full. You will receive your share from President Nacha upon your return, no doubt. It would not be an overstatement to say that the Empire considers your efforts invaluable. You can expect a healthy reward. This is where I would like to shake your hand and send you on your way without a care. Sadly, things are not so simple. The immediate crisis has been averted, and yet it remains beyond our abilities to seal the distortion permanently, and so we must remain ever vigilant against intruders from beyond. I fear it is not a matter of if, but when. Even as we speak, a second distortion also displays disturbing activity deep within the Hazholm testing grounds. You can hypothesize as well as I, he who will not rest until he sees bloody Ragnarok come to our world, the Dark Rider, Odin. My team and I will redouble our efforts to develop a permanent seal for the distortion. Until that day comes, we may have occasion to call upon your strength once more. You are a vital ally to the Empire, Calm Wind. Promise us that you will remain as such. And with that, Your Majesty, I must take my leave. My apprentices will grow suspicious if I neglect my duties at the workshop any longer. Until we meet again. Try as I might, I cannot find the words to express my gratitude to you, Calm Wind. A mercenary of peerless bravery and skill, strong of mind and pure of heart. One who understands our every burden and challenge and comes running to our aid at a moment's notice. Why, with you at our side, there is no tempest we cannot weather, no mountain we cannot climb. If only you would stay here in our palace and protect us forever and ever. Settle down now, Shmira. Can't you see that you're making your guest uncomfortable? Brother, what are you doing up and about? The healers say that you mustn't exert yourself. Worry not, the better part of my strength has returned. More importantly, there is something I must say. Calm Wind, I have no intention of asking for your forgiveness, for I am not deserving of it, nor will I attempt to justify the crazed acts of a heart consumed with thirst for power. Bitter regret at the horrors I inflicted upon our people will be my constant companion for the rest of my days. But you, even having borne witness to my grievous crimes, still saved me. Thank you, Calm Wind. Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose, buddy. I was pretty sure I got you killed. Oh, he vows to serve her. How nice. And now we go talk to Nagus Alhim, and then we get the ability to summon Alexander Prime. Although, On an individual level, I don't think perfect defense would cause Summoner to be able to solo something that somebody else couldn't solo, because the effect is not permanent. You know, it has a duration. So it's best used in a group for a group. Hey there, Miss Cat Lady. You want to yell at me and call me worthless some more? It's raining gold. Praise the Empress, it's raining gold. An unearthly voice speaks from the air around you. Mortal, you have been judged worthy. Speak, and that which you desire shall be yours. Yeah, so we can ask for money. I think it's 15,000. The torque is like divine magic and healing magic skill plus 7, and then I think during light weather it's plus 10. The earring is... I don't know what the earring is. Oh, it's physical damage taken, minus 1%. It's not very good. The mantle is magic damage taken, which back in the day, this mantle was considered very sexy. But we want a pact with Alexander. Is everything alright, Calm Wind? Yeah, I just got visited by a god. Well, if it isn't First Lieutenant Calm Wind making his triumphant return, once again you've managed to earn us quite a windfall. It's a good thing, too, because you got enough debt racked up to fill Mount Zion 100 times over. Abquaba! Yes, President Nadja. Read off the list of expenses incurred by First Lieutenant Calm Wind here. Yes, President Nadja. The yet unpaid fee for a perilous rescue at Nizel Isle, plus cleaning costs, travel fees, and peripheral expenses. With all accrued interest, that comes to... No, I just don't have the heart to go on. Madam President, forgive me. That'll give me those pleading little kitten eyes, Calm Wind. I'd have to be blind not to see that you've earned your keep this time. So I'll overlook your debt for today and give you this hard-earned Imperial gold piece. No need to thank me. Just don't spend it all in one place, you hear? This is basically the company I work for in real life. There was one violation in your packet. Therefore, we will not give you bonuses. You weren't going to give me a bonus anyway. Shh, yes we were. Okay, so now we have Alexander, but he can only be summoned during astral flow. It's like I explained. So now we're almost at an hour, but we still got to go and fight Odin. Or well, actually, like go do the rest of Odin's quest to fight Odin, and we will do that. But what we got to do is we gotta go get that pendant first. And I think the fastest way is either Devaka Isle staging point or possibly just taking a book warp there. I don't really remember, so I'm just gonna take Devaka Isle. Because we can get it from the Aphrodisian shades that are there. There's also Aphrodisian shades somewhere in a Replico Reef, but I don't really remember where at. And We might have to farm this talisman. We're gonna farm multiple times, but I think the first time we get it, it's almost guaranteed. Like, I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed the very first time. The thing about Odin is there's a quest involving this where if you fight, you can fight Odin once a day, I believe, or maybe it's once a week. I think it's once a day though now. Might even just be unlimited at this point. But either way, fight Odin 13 times. Once to get his pact, and then 12 times where you ask him for a very specific reward that we'll see a little later. And eventually asking him for this same thing over and over again, it causes a story blip to happen, and you get a unique title for it, and it's pretty cool. The title is Sworn to the Dark Divinity, and if I remember right, it makes Aphmau confess her love for you, like, which is kind of tragic. Like, you'll see if I get it done. Which means I'll have to keep track of how much I do this off camera, because I'm not gonna try to do all 12 kills of this on camera. That'd be kind of ridiculous. Although, I don't know, I might be able to make a day of it. I don't really know. Yeah, these guys. We gotta kill these guys. Give me your time-worn talisman, you slut. Oh. Well. He really rogered up on that one. Yeah, I'm warrior/thief right now, so... Yeah. The years have not been kind to this Ephremadian talisman. An image of the Dark Rider embossed on its surface is barely distinguishable. Right, but you remember it said that the talisman of the rebel gods had both Odin and the dolphin crest of Ephremad. And so we gotta take this to Yo-Yo Rune and Nashmau. And we bought these desserts because basically you have to trade them at least one of these. And if you trade them both along with the talisman, then it raises the chance that the appraisal of the talisman will yield a talisman of the rebel gods. Back in the day, I tried to be cheap about it. I tried to just trade him one, and sometimes just trading one, I had to farm 4 or 5 time-worn talismans. It was pretty annoying. Oh, the back of my throat and my ear tubes is itching like crazy because I've got a bunch of pollen inflaming it. Annoying, annoying, annoying. Okay, I think we need to take Book Warp to Nashmau. I mean, we take Home Point Warp too. It's just that the book in Nashmau is more or less equally there. So I just like to be able to use those Fields of Valor tabs that I have, you know, so many of. Do you have a least favorite season, viewer? My fiance's least favorite season is summer. My least favorite seasons are spring and then winter. My favorites are summer and fall. And when I lived in the southern hemisphere, when I lived in Panama, Central America, I gotta be honest, I really did not like the wet season. When it rains all the time, there's just too much fucking rain. Even in the dry season, it rains a lot down there. Oh, you have business with boss, you do? Boss, Yo-Yo Rune bring you good customer. Yo-Yo Rune good worker, no? Yes, I'm a busy man, make it quick. The talisman of the rebel gods. I'm afraid I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about now, if you'll excuse me. But boss, he good customer, yes, he no work for blue Yo-Yo Runes. Yo-Yo Runes knows never lies, well, almost never. You trust Yo-Yo Rune, no, then you trust him. I see, forgive my ill manners. When in my line of work, you can never exercise enough caution. As for this talisman of the rebel gods you seek, I fear I've not laid eyes on one for some time. According to our ancestral records, they were a common sight in Ephraim's heyday, a sort of good luck charm gifted to the kingdom's soldiers before they departed for the battlefield. Little good it did most of them, of course. Why, those left behind by their fallen bearers still sleep in Arapago, no doubt, untouched save by the elements for all these years. A thorough search of the area would likely turn one up, I'd wager. Of course, the telltale emblems would scarce be recognizable. Though it gives me pause, I have learned to trust my partner's nose. If you acquire such a time-worn talisman, you may entrust its restoration to me. Mind you, some may be so badly deteriorated as to make even the attempt impossible. I ask for no fee, the chance to restore a piece of our history, even a simple trinket, to its former glory. This is payment enough for me. Ah, but perhaps... Yo-Yo Rune has a fondness for sweets, you see. Back in my traveling days, I would bring him delicacies from across the land, but these days my work affords me a little opportunity to leave the shop. Along with the talisman, perhaps you could bring him a treat from his favorite tea house in Alzabi. It'd be sure to put a smile on his face and a spring in his step. Thank you, friend. Be safe in your travels. Alright, so... we do this dang thing, old thing. And he'll say, ooh, looky who back, and with the curious time-worn talisman too. Oh Rune, a bowl of Sutlak and Ermac Hilvasi, sweetie sweets for Yo-Yo Rune. A Rune! Yo-Yo Rune works super duper extra hard for you. First Yo-Yo Rune take a looky look, yes? Rune's time-worn talisman is all smoogy and covered with sludgy. No, boss no can work with this, no. Yo-Yo Rune sorry, but you have to find another one. Womp womp. So it wasn't guaranteed, the first one's not guaranteed. Ugh. And this means we gotta go back to the tea house, buy more sweets, then go farm another talisman. Talk about annoying. Let's see though. We might just go kill Diabolos, though. I don't remember when it was back in the Let's Play, but I think we already have the key item we need to fight Diabolos Prime. And Diabolos Prime is more or less similar to Fenrir. It's a Darkness Elemental Avatar. I think his Blood Pact ward is Nocto Shield, which is phalanx on your entire party. And then his Blood Pact Rage is like... I want to say it's Nether Blast. And it was a big deal back in the day because it ignored... I think it ignores magic defense or something. And we might have been able to beat Diabolos at 75 on Red Mage, like with a lot of gumption and the best possible gear that we had. But it would have been a very near thing if we could have. He's got basically the same amount of HP as Fenrir, but you have to fight him in the same arena you fight him in Chains of Promathia. I know all you have achieved from your dreams. The emptiness continues to disappear from the world, and souls entering my world of dynamis have become scarce. You have saved Vana'diel without losing your own soul. You must be proud, Calmwind. From now on, I will concentrate my energies into restoring the cursed world of Dynamis to its original form in the realm of dreams. But I cannot accomplish such a task without great power. Power I will receive by drawing you into my realm. Oh, but you are already a captive in my everlasting dream. Whoa, reality, man. Yeah, but the real hard part about Diabolos is he does a move called Nightmare. And it causes you to be put to sleep, but it also causes Bio 3. And you would think that those two would cancel one another out, but in the case of Nightmare, they do not. And instances of damage that would normally wake you up, they do not wake you up guaranteed. It's like a 20% chance or something. So, and you gotta fight them on the these bricks that fall down. And you used to be able to cheese them with like a puppet on Puppet Master by standing up there and engaging with Puppet. But those days are gone. They found out about that. They won't let us have it. Oh no, we are asleep for a full 2 minutes. Ow. What the frick? Is he beating the fuck out of us? Jeez. Thought I was wearing item level gear, man. But yeah, that's the power of Diabolos. He ignores... his attacks ignore magic damage reduction. How could you possess such resolve even after losing the light of the crystals? Because I'm a badass bitch. A teardrop? So that's it. You heal your agony and sorrow through tears. I understand now. I understand because I was once like you. Because reality is filled with sorrow and pain, mankind can also come to know bliss. Joy on a scale far surpassing any plastic dream. Still, I became a terrestrial avatar in order to assist mankind, and I fully intend to continue my work. And so I shall bestow upon you that which you desire, a real dream. Yay, we barely did it! Man, is the bio effect gonna kill us? We might get a free warp out of this. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a free warp. Yeah. And how much did Ruinous Omen do? 1,300? Damn. Never mind about beating it at 75, dog. It would have pwned our ass. Nah, back in the day though, he was pretty easy in a group of 6. You just bring in a bunch of melees and have them 2 hour and get it over with. I don't remember where to. I think it's Windurst we go to get his reward. Which is going to be a pact again, because we still don't have him for Summoner. And I don't remember any of his gear being really that good. I think he gives a staff was like somewhat decent at 75 for meleeing with, but don't really remember. You saw the battle in your meditative state. Prime Avatar in my dream handed this to me afterwards and told me to give it to you. Swing, it's a carbuncle ruby, huh? Diabolus, the power of dreams. The power to change dreams into reality, to make abstraction tangible. Okay, so like, yeah, let's look at that poll. Oh yeah, it's an all-job staff. With additional effect slow. I wonder if the additional effect slow is only during dark weather or not. Bolus earring. Pretty shitty earring, mostly. Ring? Also pretty shitty. Torque? Also pretty shitty. So yeah, just the pact. Yay! It's almost like a non sequitur when sandwiched between Alexander and Odin. But I figured, you know, when in Rome, right? Okay, so I guess we want the one closest to the tea house. And we'll just flee over to the tea house, buy the desserts, go back to Devuka Isle, rinse and repeat. And hopefully we get the key item talisman on the second go around. I kind of forgot about the restoration of the talismans or whatever. You'd think that since it's restoration, it wouldn't matter how badly and how bad of a condition the talisman was in. You know, you'd figure he'd be able to fashion completely new ones if he knows how to restore them. But whatever. There's some really good rings we can get nowadays too. Like there's rings that give refresh +1 and all magic skills +8. But they cost, like they're crafted and they cost like 20 mil or more. Just because of how good they are. Just think about it. By like having a set with like a refresh set with those rings, on any job you can have +2 refresh. On top of whatever else your spells and gear give. Swing. Yeah, I don't think I'll actually be using Summoner for very much. I still have a few assaults to do, and I've read that soloing Seagull Grounded is really easy to do on level 99 Summoner. So that's probably like the one thing I'll be doing on Summoner. I just didn't want to like do that later in the Let's Play whenever I get back around to finishing up assaults, so I can do a mythic weapon. And you know, just have you wonder, it's like, where did you get the ability to summon those things, you know. Do I have that book warp up there? I don't think I do. That's probably slightly faster than using FFXI Isle, but whatever. Hey there, Jimbo. No soup fart. Oh. There's another time-worn talisman. Is the description on this one any different? I don't think the description ever changes. Yeah, it's literally just RNG whether or not with the... You have to give him at least one dessert when you trade him the talisman, so... Yeah. I don't know how much the second dessert ups your chances, but that's what the second dessert is for. And they have to be different desserts, too. You can't trade, like, 2 Sutlak. Yeah, I actually did this all solo, because I actually never got to fight Odin Prime at the 75 cap, or the 80 cap, or whenever it was that he came out, because whenever it came out, that was actually around, or just after, or close enough to the salvage bans, that, I just didn't have any friends to do it with at the time. But I did do Alexander Prime with friends back then. Maybe a little bit later. It's hard to recall. But during the Abyssia era, when after I got my Twilight Mail with Re-Raise 3, and I had an Empyrean weapon, I was like, you know what? I'm strong enough to do that. I'm strong enough to kill the Prime Avatars by myself. And if I die while I'm doing it, then I'll just Re-Raise 3 until I kill them. And that's basically how I fought Odin. If I couldn't kill him in a couple of Ukko's Furies, which is the Empyrean Great Axe weapon skill, I would just keep getting back up and re-engaging and hitting him and killing him that way. All for a title. All for a cool title and one little Blivit cutscene with Luzaf, I believe it is. Oh, and Afmao, actually. I don't know why, but I had like maybe not the biggest crush on Afmao as a teen, But like, she was the first Final Fantasy XI lady deuterogenist or whatever from her storyline that I've sort of felt like not just attracted to, but like wanted my character to be in a relationship with, I guess. I don't know. You better tell me this is a good one. You son of a bitch. How many times am I gonna have to fucking... Now let's see if the let's see if I do have that book warp real quick. I don't think I do, but yeah, I don't. Okay, well, it could be worse. Because back in the day, my home point I think was still just Adargan. Adolin wasn't out yet, and you wanted to still have your home point in Adargan because you could take a warp back to Juno, but you couldn't easily warp to Adargan back in the day. Outside of stuff like the Old Doom Ring and such. And so to go back and forth like this back in the day is a lot more difficult. I guess we'll have to go with the old adage, third time's the charm. If you ask me, this fucking kicker just wants to get fat. It's like, oh, this sucker's bringing me 2 desserts. I'm just gonna keep telling him his talismans suck. But with any luck, this will be the good one, and then we'll be able to get the cutscenes done before we hit the hard limit on the time here. We're at an hour and a half. And, oh man. Yeah, though, as far as my time for recording goes, like... Well, it's not even my recording I'm thinking about. It's not hard to sit down and record, it's just... I gotta be alone. Preferably I want the house to be quiet so I can focus on making a halfway decent commentary. I mean, I'm not... You know... I'm not like... anything more than a silly little mediocre Let's Player, but you deserve at least that much. I can't focus if everything around me is going loud and whatnot. More than that, though, I have to work on my character so much now to do the next storylines. I mean, I'm almost done. It's now that I've got my Apex spot picked out and I've got my gear. I actually made some blue mage gear sets and got the better trust layout. And do about capacity chain 20 on let's just grab Gesso on the Apex monsters. Like if I sit down for a few hours, you know, it's pretty easy to get, you know, anywhere from you know, like 20 to 30 job points. It's just finding the time to get those hours. And like I've been having my fiance come to my house instead of me going to her house all the time, which was pretty much the order of the day last year. Like last year I was going to her house almost all the time. But last year I was also unemployed still, so and I had all the time in the world to record. Like she's finishing up her chemistry degree and she'd be in school all day, and I could record in the early morning, I could record in the mid-afternoon, I could record really late at night. And I could have all day to work on my character. But now, my free time is highly sought after. And like, she'll be like, okay, I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna play video games, or I'm gonna watch a show or whatever, and she'll come over here and she'll just like collapse in my bed and then like stare at me pleadingly and be like, come cuddle, come cuddle, come cuddle. And it's not that I hate doing that, it's just it's really boring. Like, I love her to death, but it is super boring to like go and lay there and like basically have her pass out on me. And she's happy, but like if I move or turn something on, you know, like she gets annoyed, and it's just like, lady, if you want a pillow, I'll get you a pillow, but you know, like I'm not gonna be your pillow 100% of the time. She's still got some growing up to do. I did love her though. Yeah, she's like 27 going on 28, and she was homeschooled, and she actually still lives with her sisters and her mom, so she's never really moved anywhere else either, or traveled very much. She's very, very sheltered, and but also highly opinionated because the internet, TikTok and things. And just the fact that like her whole family is pretty much, I mean her dad's around too, but I think he's an EMT right now. He's been a police officer, a firefighter, and an EMT. I think he's an EMT right now, so he's almost never home. And when he is, he's kind of not, you know, not really like fully present anyway, because he's trying to unwind. And but like she's not like a feminazi, but she's got like a, you know, a girl power streak to her that's borderline immature, which I guess you could describe pretty much all feminism like that these days. It's just full on immature. Yeah. Finally, Jesus. The key was sexism. No trouble acquiring it. Yeah, I had to acquire it 3 times. come back a bit later. So I think we just zone. But I'm pretty sure back in the day this was a game day wait for him to fix it. So if it winds up still being a game day wait, then I'm gonna be annoyed. But if it's not a game day wait, then we're gonna be groovy. Oh, god damn it. I always hate that when this game does that. It doesn't do it very often, and I don't know what really causes it, but when you zone in somewhere and then you press forward and the camera zoomed out in front of you instead of staying behind you and just walk back into the zone. See, like, why was the camera like pointed towards me last time? I have no idea. Yeah, the point I was trying to make about telling you about my fiance and her swallowing up my time is just like, even when we're supposed to be chilling here gaming, like, that's not the first thing on her mind. She's like, she's almost feels put upon that it's like, okay. Ah, welcome back, friend. This is for you. One talisman of the rebel gods, restored as closely as possible to its original glory. Is it not exquisite? The intricate detail of the crest. One can scarce believe it was fashioned centuries ago. Gazing upon it now, I can almost hear the sounds of the waves caressing the shores of the homeland I never knew. Forgive me, this is not the time for maudlin nostalgia. I need to remind you that the artifact you now carry is strictly prohibited in the Empire. Take care not to be seen with it in your possession, and be well, friend. Alright, I'm going to take it straight to the Empress. But yeah, basically, time I could be spending working on my character, I'm getting pulled to be a pillow. An exquisitely wrought talisman bearing the twin emblems of FFXI, the crowned dolphin and the dark rider. Painstakingly restored, it looks just as it must have when the kingdom's soldiers carried it into battle. Let's take the survival guide back to Ottergon. That's where we gotta go, right? Let's see. Walra Temple. Yeah, we gotta get a cutscene with the dolls again. Which I might speed through instead of reading carefully. Because we are getting low on time. We still gotta do the battle. Although, to my credit, my fiance actually, she has tried to start picking up Elden Ring. The only problem is, she also finished Jedi Fallen Order recently, which her sister bought for her or whatever, and she was disappointed both by how short it was, but then, like, simultaneously, like, hated that she couldn't skip the cutscenes. Apparently, she just vehemently hates story time in video games. And I just think to myself, but you like books. Like, your favorite books are Jane Austen novels. Like, you read. Like, what's wrong with reading or paying attention to a story in a video game? And she's like, because that's not what I sit down to do. Here you go. Oh ho, ain't she a beauty? Straight to the Empress with it. Yep, it's us again. Yep, your doll's already told us about you perusing the library. You'll hurt poor Calmwind's feelings. You could bake me a cake. So just who was the crackpot that outlawed these talismans anyway? It does seem like a harsh fate for an innocent little good luck charm. To tell you the truth, we haven't the foggiest idea. Then allow me to explain. Forgive me for eavesdropping, Your Highness. But when my monitoring device showed a reading for a talisman of the rebel gods within the palace grounds, I simply had to come see for myself. A reading? Indeed, if you think that talisman of the rebel gods is but an innocent trinket, you'd be gravely mistaken. Perhaps to those who fashioned it, it was merely that, a simple charm fashioned with a simple invocation that Ephremedian soldiers might be blessed with divine grace in battle. Little did they know that their little trinket had a latent effect, one that quickly caught the attention of the Empire. Another effect? Enough with the self-important air of mystery, Gatsad. Spill it, or I'll shake it out of you. Very well. Our researchers discovered that this talisman of the rebel gods acted as a key that could grant anyone possessing one effortless access to the Empire's most strictly guarded facility. Our most guarded facility? You don't mean... No, the Hausholm testing grounds. Preposterous! How could an ancient relic from Ephremad function as a key in present-day Atragan? The answer could be found in a bygone era, long, long before your majesty was even born. No Zoomers allowed, Empress Nashmira. An experiment gone frightfully wrong resulted in a spatial distortion of immense magnitude. Dreading the consequences if word escaped, the Empire ordered the facility sealed, as if simply brushing one's fears under the carpet purges them from existence. The testing grounds went silent until one fateful day when one of these charms found its way to the vicinity, and the unthinkable occurred. There was a reaction. At first it was barely detectable, but it soon discovered that with a simple alchemical modification, the talisman could function as a powerful key, granting any bearer access to the deepest chambers of Hausholm. Thinking they could not afford to let such a powerful artifact fall into the wrong hands, the Empire outlawed the talismans entirely. The mere possession of one became a crime subject to the harshest punishments that legal codes allow. A spatial distortion? Yes, deep within Hausholm lies a rip in the fabric of space and time itself, gaping as wide as open as the day it was formed. It is in that chamber that we have heard rumors. I cannot speak of their veracity, but there's those who claim sightings of the Dark Rider himself. Hey look, reused cutscenes of Fuzaf. You can tell it's reused because, well, one, I mean, he died or whatever at the end, and two, she's in her orange clothes. Narrow your soul must be allowed within 100 yalms of the distortion. Permission to speak frankly, Your Majesty. This may seem a bold request, but perhaps I might be granted some time before we seal the testing grounds. By your leave, Your Majesty, I'd like to conduct one last investigation on the distortion. An investigation, you say? Use calm wind. Hell yeah. I'll leave it to Beaver. I mean, calm wind. Yeah, I'll be careful. Whatever. Just let me go fight Odin already. The Empress is not one to speak openly of her personal desires, but you understand why she authorized the investigation of Hasholm, do you not? She's counting on you to help her, Calmwind. Her promise to a tortured soul adrift in the underworld, one whose master will not let him go easily, and yet, any hint, any clue at all would mean the world to her, Calmwind. You must find something. Hey, a talisman key. Yay, Ludo narrative acknowledgement. Okay, so now we got the talisman key. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, and the Hasholm testing ground, of course, is right next to Nash Mao, so we're gonna go back to Nash Mao. I think there's a home point warp, at least, yeah, there's a home point warp, and I don't remember if I have it or not, but we'll just go this way. It's pretty close by, anywho, so. But man, we're almost to the hard limit. I don't mind putting out these long ones, you know. You know that by now, viewer, but I just don't want to hit the hard limit and get cut off. Come on, give me my mount already, please. No, please. No, please. I don't care which one. They're all the same speed, somehow. Yeah, this was also the entrance to Einherjar, which I haven't shown off yet. Mainly because Einherjar is level 75 content that was too dangerous to do solo. That culminates in fighting the actual Odin, which the groups I was in, we didn't do that till the 80 cap, and I think I mentioned it and talked about it during the Treasures of Adargan portion of the Let's Play, but we won't be able to use trust on this one either. It's your typical... Come on, inventory. I know you can load. Come on, do it. Do it for the vine. Thank you. Twilight helmet. And Twilight mail. Okay. On the off chance that Odin starts beating our ass, we will slip that on and be groovy. But considering Alexander Prime only did 5 damage to us, I think we'll be fine. Big circle appears again. They really loved this animation they made for this, which, granted, I think it looks pretty cool too. You know, I'm just in a rush right now. In ages past, I oft journeyed the boundless ether to pay visit this emerald isle. Who standeth before me? What doth bestir the soul of my knight from our nether abode? Why, 'tis a fellow prisoner to the jailer of fate. Rejoice, for tonight thy light hath guided me hither. Reveal unto me the wishes of thy base mortal heart. Dost thou seek boundless riches, eternal glory, or wouldst thou walk a darker path? It is the wont of mortals to desire, those worthy of that which they covet are few. Serve bliss unto me with thy blade. If thy strength is true, thy plea shall be heard. The rider cometh. Chickadee! Okay, so we're fighting Odin Prime, which is basically an illusion of himself that he made. Or a doppelganger of himself that he made. Yeah, we might as well Mighty Strikes him, right? Man, I ain't doing anything else with my Mighty Strikes. Toasted him before he could do anything. 44 seconds. Yay! A green one. We could have done it slightly faster if we had started off before engagement with Mighty Strikes active, but you know, whatever. Excellent. Thou hast done well to entertain me for the nonce. Thou hast proven thyself worthy of my boon. Speak unto me thy wish. Sexy bitches, please. Thou wouldst see my knight unfettered. Ha 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 ha, thou knowest not what folly thou speakest. My knight is one with me to wander the nether planes for all eternity. Thou shalt receive a reward to meet the measure of thy deeds. And the mantle is like double attack plus 1, attack plus 8. The ear pendant is 7 attack, 3 conserve TP. The torque is dark magic and elemental magic. Monetary riches is 15,000 gil, and obviously we want the pact with Odin. Very well, 'tis but a gleed in the vast sea of hellfire, that is my power, but I grant unto thee my boon. Is thy heart sated? Nay, never shall it be, for boundless is the avarice of the sons of men. For as long as thine heart does harbor base desire, I shall stand here to meet thee. Now go thy way. You have gained the ability to summon Odin. Hoo-yah! But do we have enough time to get the cutscene back at the Imperial White Gate? Because we gotta warp, then we gotta teleport, then we gotta walk up to it. We only got 6 minutes. And there's actually going to be more cutscenes related to this later, so, might be a mistake to just try to force it now. We'll see what happens. If I get cut off, I get cut off. I'm not going to read it aloud, though. I'm going to be cruising through this as fast as possible, so... If you want to see what they have to say, which it's going to be Aphmau and Gatsad and the dolls again, I'm pretty sure, then just feel free to pause. Because if you've watched this far, then I'm sure you care. Five minutes, starting now. Yep, back safe. Mission report. Odin made me fight him, but like a doppelganger of him. And then he was like, good job. And no, you can't have that. The rumors were true. To seal the distortion would require technology and scientific knowledge beyond what we currently have at our disposal. Can't avert our eyes. Seeing the true nature of the threat, we can't ignore it. Continue the research. We're going to have to do it again. Ludonarrative acknowledgement of being able to repeat the quest. Calm Wind is badass. It would be an honor to lend our strength to the Empire yet again. Yay, we're the Empire's true guardian again. Woo! Now the dolls are going to be like, are you horny for Aphmau? And we're going to be like, yeah, we're horny for Aphmau. Sure did. Aw, a doll is impressed. How about that? Made mock of our plea, huh? Yeah, I'll get my best shot. Got a bunch more blue magic to learn and job points to get. Cracked smoke, chocolate to eat, but you know. Yay, we did it! Alright, well, that's pretty much all I've got time for. We're at the hard limit, so... Now we've got the ability to summon all of these. And Diabolos is actually just like every other avatar and can be summoned and used regularly. So, anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day. And perhaps next time I'll be on Blue Mage and we'll be kicking the Provenance Watcher's ass. But we'll see. If I come up with something else to show you that's not that, then I will. But after we kick the Provenance Watcher's ass, we're going to get back into Rhapsodies of Vana'diel and Seekers of Adolin. And we're going to do storyline, baby. I am going to show you the 3 remaining storylines that this game has to offer, so worry not. Anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day, and I'll see you again.